Have you ever convinced yourself that you were bothering someone, even if you weren't, or or without asking them, or if you ever assumed someone was upset with you and you didn't have the full story, only to find out later that they weren't? Our brains are incredibly good at filling in the stories, and the problem is sometimes they fill in with our programming rather than reality. So this is today's stability moment. It happened because of a sunflower. I am here at Lynette's house, and my neighbor Jim, I, I let it go for 3 days. I thought I was going to be back, and I wasn't, and I was feeling really bad. I wanted that poor little sunflower to live. It was up on my desk, so I called my neighbor, and he went and called him to, and we live on 35 acres each of us. So he said he sent me, or he called me later or sent me an email, and he said, I hiked, oh no, I talked to him. And he said, I hiked up to your place. And he just has a way of speaking. I love this guy, but sometimes I feel like I can't read him very well. And he was so kind to do it. And he's like happy to do it. He's I mean, we help each other in any way. So anyway, it was, I hiked up to your place, and in my mind I heard, or it was a text. That's what, not a text. It was an email. So I'm getting, because I've had a couple of conversations, like two conversations and then some emails. So, but my brain immediately went. He's older, and my brain immediately went to, he hiked, like, because if I say, when I say I had to hike up there or something, to me it's like, that's work. But a hike is fun. I love hiking. So my point is, the my brain immediately transferred what he said, the hiking, to something totally different. It was, that must have been hard. I'm asking too much. I'm being a burden. I shouldn't have asked him to do it. That was like the third time he's gone to the house because I still haven't gotten home. And so my brain wrote this entire story based on an old program. So I mentioned this to Lynette today. Like, I was just like, all of these thoughts. And she said, Mommy, what if Jim wanted to go on a hike? What if he wanted to be a good neighbor? Maybe he just likes being a good neighbor. Maybe he just enjoys going on hikes. Maybe he's just telling you what he's doing, and you're reading in. And I was like, that's a stability moment. So all these years of rewiring my brain, and I still have that pattern that repeats, that I don't want to be a bother. It's an icky feeling. I was raised not to be a bother. There were 7 of us, and I see that in every one of my siblings. We do not want to bother anyone. It's like, be quiet, don't be a bother. It's huge, and it's really big for women, that don't be a bother. Sit down, be quiet, don't get in the way, help, but all of that. So I think that so many of us that grew up, especially women, and men too, but especially women, because my brothers, I have 4 brothers, and I see that in especially in 3 of them. So it's like, don't inconvenience anyone, don't ask too much, don't be a bother, and those messages become so automatic. And then we give these meanings to, we start having meanings that people never intended. Like, we start creating these stories. And it's so funny because in module 3 of my 6 weeks to stability and empowerment, that course, it's all about stories and telling ourselves stories. And here I was telling myself stories. And when Lynette said that, maybe Jim is just saying what he did. Maybe Jim is just, maybe Jim enjoys hikes. I was like, he does. It's like, I just was creating that. So the question is, when information is missing, is your brain filling it in with reality? Is it just, it's just filling in the blanks with part of your programming? And, did it fill it with reality, or did it fill it with yesterday's programming? I say yesterday's programming because hopefully you're rewiring. Hopefully you have that app, and you get 30 days free. I'm not talking about the program now. All the things that are in the description. It's a self-talk app. It's not mine, it's my mentor's. So the stability moment is not pretending that things don't happen. Real stability is noticing, like what I did today. I'm telling a story. And I'm creating a story, and I'm believing it. It's not even true. So sometimes you don't even need to know the right story. It's just saying, I don't actually know what they're thinking, which is what I told Lynette. It's like, you're right. I have no idea what he was thinking. How could I know? And I tell my clients this all the time. How do you know what somebody's thinking? How can you have no responsibility for what anyone's thoughts? But the biggest thing is, or what they're feeling, but the biggest thing is, you have absolutely no idea unless they tell you what they're thinking. So there I went. And so maybe we can leave space rather than these stories for something that's kinder and maybe even true. So today, rather than believing the first story that your brain writes based on your old programming, ask yourself, what else could be true? And maybe that's not true. And, the burden isn't maybe what you're asking someone else to carry. I like that. It's the story you've been carrying for years. And I have been carrying that I'm a burden for years. So real life, real stability. I love that. Real life, real stability. And that is today's stability moment, day 88. And see you here tomorrow for day 89. Who knows what that stability moment will be? It won't be about a story, because I'll remind myself now it's too close to the time. And Lynette, she's always telling me, like, Mommy, she always looks on the optimistic side, which I love, and for the most part I do. But boy, it just, sometimes she'll just like pull me. What if he's just telling you how, because it was an email, and I was like, oh, he hiked up there, and and it's far. It's like far for somebody that's, more than a decade older than me. But he's in very good health. So I don't know what I was thinking, that I was a bother. That's what I was thinking in the story I was telling myself. And hearing hike, oh my gosh. When I say, oh, I had to hike up there or something, it's my own programs running. So that was my stability moment. So you can do, be, change, have, create, become absolutely anything. I believe in you. You can do this. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. See you tomorrow for day 89. Ciao.